This is a review of the Zecti, Z-E-C-T-I, camera bag. It's a sling backpack. I've never had a sling backpack before, nor have I ever purchased anything of this brand, so I'm not really familiar with it. I was just looking at it on Amazon and thought for the price it would be worth trying it out to see if I even like sling packs, because I've always used backpacks or messenger bags, and predominantly backpacks. So there's a lot of things that are different about this. Other than it being a sling pack, I've always tried to purchase camera bags where the entrance to the camera storage, where you store the camera, is up against your back. And that's because I travel a lot of places where safety and not getting your gear taken is kind of a big deal. And I've just always preferred the against your back kind. But anyway, so for $37, here's what I think of the bag. It's well constructed. The seams are really good. I've yanked and jerked on these little clippy things. This clips here, this other one clips here, and it's supposed to help keep somebody from being able to open the bag while you're wearing it. I've already unclipped them though for this video. The seams seem well done on the bottom. It has these little rubber feet things that I think will help protect like this bottom of the bag, and it did stand up pretty decent with those on there. It was leaning against a wall, but it did well, and I think it'll help me keep me from messing up this bag and add another layer of protection to what's inside of the bag. Again, the zippers seem pretty well constructed. It's pulling a little bit here, but not much. I've seen much worse. It seems to do okay. The zippers are pretty smooth. They don't get glitchy. They go through the corners easy. They're not getting hung up. I've had a lot of bags that on corners they'll get, get stuck and you're jerking on it, and I've not had to do that. And I've played with this thing for a while today, and I did use it tonight. So that's what the front of the bag looks like. The bag's probably about 20 inches long. On the side, you have this thing right here and this little pocket. Somebody said you could use this pocket for a iPad mini. I wouldn't do that. I don't think it's going to fit. And my phone, if I put my iPhone 8 Plus in, the top sticks out. Plus, there's nothing to secure it. So whatever you put in there, there's a likely chance of it falling out. What this is for is a monopod or a tripod. This, you put it around the top of it and the legs go in there. That's what that's meant to hold. Excuse me, it's not meant to hold anything else. On the back, you have the sling thing, the strap, and then there's one that goes around your waist. My only thing that happened when I was carrying this tonight was this slid, like it adjusted while I was wearing it. That's probably me, and I felt like I was choking myself. Again, not used to it. I probably need to adjust it. These clips seem pretty good. I've had these break on expensive bags as well as cheap bags. They don't seem to hold up often that well. But this feels just as good as any other. Seems to appear just as good as any other bag I've had as far as construction wise. The handle on the top, I did pick it up several times fully loaded by this, and it did well. I need to take the tag off, but it seems to be sewn on pretty securely, and that's pretty important because I have had those come off, especially with a fully loaded bag. It's got this padding on the back. It is pretty comfortable, except for, again, I kind of felt like I was choking myself. On the front, again, there is there's a little zipper pouch here, right here, and I just have batteries and some cleaning cloths in there. It's not very big, about like that, and you're not going to fit a lot in it. So to open the bag, you just unzip it. The theory with this thing is you can sling it around your body and unzip the top, and you can have it face up and pull your gear up. I probably won't. You can unclip it and take it off really quickly, and I would probably just do that and sit it down. That's kind of what I'm in the habit of doing. It's what I'm used to doing, because I'm used to backpacks. So in the bag, I have this Canon 70 to 200 2.8. I have my Canon camera body with a grip on it, and a 51.4 lens. This has a 28-75, and then I have this lens hood, which came with some filters I got. I already have a lens hood for that. I don't know where it is, but I probably won't use this. I'll probably take it out because I've got to have a place for my battery charger that I use to charge in the car if I'm going to be shooting a lot. And so that's what fits in the bag. On the top of this thing, there's these little pouches, and they're not padded or anything. It's just Velcro, and I have a wireless trigger release and the receiver and the thing that goes to my flash, to my strobes, are in that. I probably wouldn't put anything much more than that in there because there is no padding. I don't know how secure that seems to me, and I don't know, pockets like that, I usually end up with empty gum wrappers or something like that. They're just there. I do think they could have put a pocket on the front of this bag, and that would have been helpful. But I did fit. This thing, as advertised, was able to fit in it what it said I could fit in it. What I don't like about this bag is what I hate about all camera bags. I hate these things. I don't care which camera it is. I mean, bag it is. I don't care if it's a cheap one or an expensive one. I hate these. I've gone and gotten foam cut before to fit my bag, kind of once I figure out how I want to configure my gear in here. I hate these things. It just, I've never liked them, and they're a pain to get in and out. They're just, I'm not a fan of them. And now I'll have to mess with that again. And like this one's kind of come loose, but I don't think it belongs there. I don't think it's supposed to go there at all. I just did it so that, I don't know, I think so that this wouldn't fall out maybe. I don't know why I put that there, but I don't like those. I wish somebody would come up with a better way to make dividers to configure in your bag for you to fit your equipment besides those things. They're not my thing. Somebody smarter than me needs to invent something for that. And then in the top of this bag, there's also, you could configure this bag completely different, because this divider between this part of the bag and this top part of the bag that zips down is another one of those. It comes out, I didn't take it out because I was afraid I wouldn't get it back in there right, but it's another piece of that foam stuff, and it comes completely out. And then up here, what I have is 2 things with filters in it, 2 pouches, and one with extra lens caps, because I lose those everywhere, and then a camera mount flash. And that all fits in there pretty well. So there's only one other lens I would put in here, and that's a macro lens. It's not going to fit. So all in all, for 37 bucks, this bag's really well made. You know, my complaint isn't the company's fault. It's just, I don't like those dividers. Somebody needs to, you know, come up with something different than those. That's adjustable to fit people's gear. That thing's just, I just personally don't like those. But for the money, it's better made than the last bag I bought that was about 130 bucks. This one's about 100 bucks cheaper, and it's actually better. The quality of how it's made is better than the more expensive bag I bought. But all in all, for 37 bucks, it's a good bag. If you shoot with smaller gear, it would probably be a lot better for you. Weight-wise, I am not sure about the comfort level of carrying this with this much weight in it. I think it's probably about 20-something pounds in here. I'm not sure. About 20 pounds maybe. Because it is heavy. But if you shoot with a smaller DSLR or smaller lenses, you know, it's a great bag. I would actually recommend this bag to anybody starting out. I've taught some photography, and I would have no problem telling a parent who was getting their kid their first starter DSLR, hey, you can pick this bag up on Amazon. It's that good. I'm pretty pleased with the quality of the bag itself. So other than these, which is my personal preference, it's a good bag. And for what it is, I would buy it again.